give. The things that are happening in your life right now is a reason behind it. Maybe you didn't want it to come that way. Maybe it wasn't supposed to be that way. Maybe you made too many mistakes and now you don't know what to do. It's tough. It's hard. Don't know if I'm going to be able to carry on. You're going to have to carry on no matter what you do. You're not defeated. You're just depleted. Being tired, that's natural. It's part of the game. But you're tired doesn't mean you quit. You're angry, get over it. You're sad, stop crying. It's not going to do anything for you. You still got to work for it. You still got to go further. You still got to understand that there's
Okay, good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. We have much more than this number of Kingsmen in C2NFG. So if you have your Kingsmen, I imagine leaders that are not in this meeting yet, PM them to ask them to connect immediately. If you have your Kingsmen that are not in the meeting yet, ask them to connect immediately. We are starting immediately. I need somebody to volunteer to say the opening prayer for us, a Christian prayer and a Muslim prayer very quickly. Who will volunteer? We do that for us. Just put up your hand, volunteer by raising up your hand. Christian prayer, Muslim prayer, I need a volunteer very quickly. Tunde Trebreza, I'll unmute you now. Say the prayer for us. Tunde, please unmute yourself and say the prayer.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم لا تدع لنا ذنبا إلا غفرته ولا هم إلا فرجته ولا دين إلا قضيته ولا مريد إلا شفيته ولا مفكر إلا رزقته ولا مظلوما إلا أغنيته ولا حاجة من حوائج الدنيا ولا آخرة هي لك رضا إلا قضيتها يا أرحم الراحمين يا رب العالمين. ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكونن من الخاسرين. ربنا إنك جامع الناس ليوم لا ريب فيه إن الله لا يخلف الميعاد. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. الفاتحة. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. آمين. Thank you, my leader. Thank you. Thank you.
Tunde, you did not show us your video, but it's fine.
Sorry,
You see
sorry,
it.
sir.
Next time you're praying, you have to see who is praying, okay?
Okay, sir.
Thank
Okay,
you,
sir. Can you
Tunde.
see me now? Can you see me now?
Yes, I can see, but you are done
Okay.
praying, but it's
Okay.
fine.
Yes, sir. Thank
Okay,
you.
so
Thank you.
that's Tunde, the person that just said the prayers. So I will be listening to. Okay, that's Tunde, right? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So for the Christian prayer, I think Temitayo Adeniyi, I want to believe you answer up for the Christian prayer. So please say the prayer for us, Temitayo Adeniyi.
Good morning, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for the opportunity, sir.
Yeah, good morning, and please go ahead.
Yes, sir. Let us pray. In Jesus' name, our Father and our
Amen.
God, thank you for this morning. We thank you for the opportunity to be alive. Lord, we thank you for our leaders. We thank you for this movement. We thank you for C21FGs. Father, we bless your name for all that you have been doing and all that you have done. Father, we appreciate you for all the great and mighty things that you are yet to do through this organization. We say thank you, Lord, in Jesus' name. Heavenly Father, we ask, oh God, that as we want to learn again, we pray that, Lord, our leaders, you continue to empower them, you continue to grant them wisdom to lead us aright, oh God, even to be able to do that which you are proposed to do through this organization in the name of Jesus. And you will help us, oh God, to implement that through us. Lives will be liberated, and through this movement, the entire world will be changed for your glory in the name of Jesus. Thank you, blessed Redeemer. In Jesus' mighty name we have prayed.
Amen. So thank you, Temidayo. Thank you, Tunde, for opening this meeting in prayers. Okay, so we'll be going straight to our vision and our mission statement. Wow, it's been a long time since we last met like this in C2FG, and I'm excited to be here today. If you're excited, type excited in the chat room, and I hope every member of your team that is at least a Kingsman is in this meeting. I hope every member of your team that is at least a Kingsman is in this meeting. I hope everyone, I'll be bringing up the C2FG president, division bearer shortly. But before then, let's quickly say our vision and our mission statement, okay? Let's quickly take the vision and the mission statement. I'm excited to be here. You should be excited. We're in the Ember month. The year is rapidly coming to an end. We are midway through the Ember month. And I'm sure those of us who are taking our business seriously by tracking our business, tracking our activity, by now you should have done at least more than 50% of your target for this month because just yesterday evening, this test step level came in and then UPP, which is supposed to have boosted you. So if you are still below 50% or at 50%, you are behind, you are far behind, and it's time to double up. Okay, it's time to double up. Okay, so the vision, let's go, everyone. To raise the financially free people, who in turn raise other financially free people, who will collectively use their resources and affect the world positively. So let's take it one more time. The vision of C2NFG is to raise the financially free people, who in turn raise other financially free people, who will collectively use their resources and affect the world positively. What is the mission? The mission is to raise 500,000 diamonds in the connected economy and usher in the next generation world changers. Okay? The mission is to raise 500,000 diamonds in the connected economy and usher in the next generation world changers. And usher in the next generation world changers. Okay, so that's the mission and that's the vision. That's the mission and that's the vision. Let's just quickly have a quick conversation before I introduce the president of Century 21 Freedom Group. How many of us had goals set at the beginning of this year? You had goals set. Just type your name in the chat room. You had goals set at the beginning of the year. You had goals set. Goals set. Type your name in the chat room. Type your name in the chat room. Type your name in the chat room. You had goals. You had goals. Okay, you had goals. Type your name in the chat room. Okay. If you wrote your goals down, okay, if you wrote your goals down, type W. And if you just had your goals at the back of your mind, type M. You know, you had the goals, it's in your mind, but you did not write it down. Type M. If you wrote it down, type W. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of W. I hope you are not deceiving yourself. I hope you actually took time and wrote them down. I hope you actually took time and wrote them down. Very few M's. Okay, that's amazing. That's amazing. How many of us, as at today, the year is about 70% gone? How many of us, as at today, you've done up to 70% of your goals? Type 70. If you've done less than 70, type the number you think, type the percentage you think you've achieved so far this year. Type the percentage you think you've achieved so far this year. 20%, 40%, 35% of your goals for the year. 50%, 10%, 40%, 20%, 20%, 60, 10%, 10%. 30%, 10%. Wow. 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 Okay. There's not a single person here that has done 100% as at this time. 5%. Wahoo. Wahoo. 5%. Thanks for your sincerity, though. There's not a single person in this meeting that has done up to 100%. That is not good enough. You know, that you have that you have a goal set for the year does not mean you should wait until the end of the year to hit it. Just last month, some of you saw somebody say 70%. Some of you heard the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria saying that the financial goal they had for this year, they already achieved it in August. Now, you cannot hit a target you cannot see, or you cannot hit a target you've not determined. If you got that, type yes in the chat room. You cannot hit a target you've not determined. You cannot hit a target you've not determined. There are persons reach out to me most times. So please guide me. I want to achieve this. By the time you start asking questions, you just see that when we set goals, we just wrote them down. This year, I'm going to become a millionaire. This year, I'm going to make 5 million naira. This year, I'm going to, even those who say I'm going to make 5 million naira, they are more specific. Some people just say I'm going to become a millionaire. Some people just say I'm going to become a two-comma club member. Specific goals would be I'm going to make 5 million naira. I'm going to make 10 million naira. Now, it is the easiest way to achieve any goal is determine the goal, determine the price, and be willing to pay it. That's all. Determine the goal, determine the price, and be willing to pay it. I have certain goals, certain targets set for this year. And sometimes within the year, around April, May, thereabout, I thought of going for a vacation with my wife. We discussed it, but I decided that I was not going for any vacation until I've hit my targets. As in the targets for the whole year. I was not going for any vacation until I've hit my targets. Some people say, wow, it's just summer, go and enjoy. Well, I believe, certain things like that should be used as reward for a job well done or for achieving a set goal and a set target. So that when we go there to chill, I am rewarding myself for something that I've done, not just because I just want to go for summer. So I try to make sure I hit those goals before the end of June so that I can go for maybe July or latest August when when it's still peak of summer. But I could not hit them until around middle of August. So I decided to go on the vacation in September. And amazing place. Paris, an amazing place where it was very cold. It was very, very cold. Barcelona, super amazing, warm, and an amazing place. Why? Now, the only way most of us are going to, why am I sharing this? The only way most of us are going to be able to achieve our goals is to hold ourselves accountable for those goals. You have to find a way to hold yourself accountable. You have to have an accountability structure. If not, you will not hit that goal. What are you going to deny yourself until you achieve your goal? What are you going to deprive yourself until you achieve your goal? What are you willing to stake for you to achieve your goal? What price are you willing to pay to achieve your goals? How long are you willing to work? When do you want to wake up in the morning? When do you want to close for the day? How long are you willing to work to achieve your goals? I was reading this book, Making It Big by Femi Otedola. Good book for entrepreneurs, very good book. And he gave an illustration. He said, imagine two footballers in the Nigerian league. One of them want to play in the European League and probably become the best player in the world sometime in the future. The other one is comfortable playing in the Nigerian League. He said you will notice that their attitude towards football will be different. One will go for training when the coach says come for training. The other one will go for training when the coach says come for training. And even after the coach is done training them, that one will continue to train because it needs to put in much more effort to be worthy of the goal that is looking for. Because you want to become best player in the world, a lot of persons want to become best player in the world. You want to become a member of the top 20, I can guarantee you well over 300,000 people want to be a member of the top 20. You want to make it into the top 50, over 300,000 people want to make it into the top 50. Why should it be you? Why should you be the person on that top 20 list? Why should you be the person on that top 15 list? Why? What have you done to earn it? You can go and pray. I'm a Christian. I was born in church. I've read the Bible back to back. You can have prayer, you can pray, but faith without work is dead. You can shout NSPPD, what God cannot do does not exist. It will not happen here. It will not happen here. Never. You can fast and pray from now to the next 7 years. You are not displacing anybody that worked hard. Because there's something we've come to teach ourselves, to encourage ourselves to be lazy, is that, God will just look at you with favor and just say, mercy, mercy. You just start becoming a millionaire. You go old. The poverty that we attack you like an armed bandit is still going through the gene. Okay? So you have to earn it. You have to earn it. You have to be the person that when you are called up stage, people will say, yes, your celebration should model good behavior. Your celebration, your recognition should model the tribe that we want to build in C2 and FG. Your recognition should model a discipline worthy of emulation. Your recognition should model, the reason why the companies recognize people is so that people can look up to them as a model to model their business after. So if you can just get it by doing nothing and just having faith, then you become a wrong model. You become a model for laziness. You become a model for unproductivity. And that is why I don't believe God is going to answer that your prayer. Because even Jesus Christ said, even my Father works, so do I. Okay? So, whatever your goal is, I know that when the top 20 was recognized a couple of days ago, a lot of persons say, I must be there, I must be there, I must be there. It has not reached 2 weeks. I must be there, I must be there. That day you work for money till 10 p.m. The next day you work for money till 10 p.m. The third day you work for money till 10 p.m. After that you work till 8 p.m. Then you work till 6 p.m. Then you work till 4 p.m. Then Premier League has started. I beg, I beg, I beg, I beg, I beg. I cannot come and kill myself. Those people, they are lucky. You must be willing to pay the price for that goal that you're looking for. Now, there's something I heard from somebody, I think it was Ambassador Nefo. I think that was in early 2018. I was not full-time then. Somebody was celebrating their birthday, and Ambassador Nefo gave a speech. Then when we celebrate birthdays, especially if the leaders come and they just say 18 or 2, Ambassador Nefo gave a speech. And in that is training, that is brief speech of training, he said something that stuck with me forever. He said, for every prize, Prize, there is a prize, Price. I don't know if you can remember. He said, for every prize, Prize, there's a prize, Price. He said, if you want a small result, go ahead and pay a small price. You'll be all right. If you want an average result, go ahead and pay an average price. You'll be fine. But if you want a great result, if you want an amazing result, if you want a wow result, you must be willing to pay the wow price. And he ended it with this statement. I think he got it from Resban also. I think he quoted Resban. He said, if you are in doubt, ask Jesus Christ. And the thing stuck with me. For who, for the price that was set before him, despised the shame, considered not the cross. Are you willing to pay the price for the goal that you seek? Think on it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to bring up stage And before then, I hope somebody has taken something from this meeting today. You know, that thing you're looking for is achievable. You know, if you show them the price for this phone, there's a price for this phone. If you pay it, they'll give it to you. There's a price for this phone. If you pay it, they'll give it to you. There's a price for this other phone. If you pay it, they'll give it to you. If you pay the price for this phone and you tell them that they should give you this phone, there's something they call it. It's called THIEF. Thief. When you want more than the price you paid for, you are called a thief. If you like, be saying that favor will give it to you. Better work and get it the hard way. You know, what's his name? Paul said, but by the grace of God, I am what I am. He said that grace did not appear to me in vain. He said, nevertheless, nevertheless, he said, I worked harder than all of them. He said, yet not I, but by the grace that was upon me. So the grace that came upon Paul was the grace to work harder than every other person. While the grace upon a lot of lazy people today, I call themselves Christian, it's a grace to sit down and start claiming what they did not work for. I claim it. I claim your position. I'm going to be a top 20. You can go and sow all the seed in your house. You don't enter it, but you have to pay the price before you can enter there. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, the moment I've been waiting for is here. The moment we have been waiting for is here. The moment we have been waiting for is here. Finding my tribe. Ladies and gentlemen, no other person has been given the responsibility to take us on this journey than the vision bearer himself. The president of Century 21 Freedom Group, the vision behind the Diamond Project, the Amazon Project, the La Buena Vida, the Own Your Life campaign, the lead mastermind of C2FG. Ladies and gentlemen, with an emoji ovation, and with a standing ovation wherever you are, join me as I bring up stage no other person than my mentor, your mentor, the one that has put this together with the other masterminds. I do recognize the other GA leaders in this meeting. I'm sure when he comes, he will do that. I'm just remembering that I do recognize the other GA leaders that put together this together with the other mastermind to give a lot of us chance and a hope to become super successful. Ladies and gentlemen, let's make welcome no other person than Ambassador Dr. Michael K. Okomi. Boss, the stage is yours, the entrepreneur mentor.
All right, good day, everyone. Confirm that you can hear me.
Loud and clear. You're looking very sharp this morning, boss. You have to help me with your camera. You have to teach me how to upgrade my camera, boss.
Thank you. I appreciate. First of all, I want to recognize the presence of the G8 leaders in our midst. I keep saying it, when God gives a man a vision, he gives him men and women who will stand by him and help push the vision. So I want to, in no particular order, I want to recognize, starting from the person you heard a few minutes ago, the G leader of the Star Nation, Ambassador Dr. Elijah Jamba, the G leader of the Star Nation. Recognize the G leader of the Unstoppable Nation, Ambassador Dr. Victor Abalsin. I recognize the J leader of the Great Achievers Nation, Ambassador Vincent Wosu, the J leader of the Vision Nation, Ambassador Dr. Obianefo Esemai, the J leader of the World Creators Nation, Ambassador Ronke Koshemani, the J leader of the Legend Nation, Ambassador Sam Ozani, and the J leader of the Champions Nation, Ambassador Kelechi Anodere. And my humble self, the J leader of the Eagle and Diamond Nation, and the chief servant of everyone. Now, it's imperative that I recognize these people because, confirm you can hear me?
Very well, boss. You can hear you. Very, very well.
Okay. Okay. Hello. One minute. So that the echo, I can remove the echo from the device. All right. So I also want to recognize all the emerging cell leaders. All the cell leaders are here. Time will fail me to recognize all their names. All the cell leaders that are here, I recognize all of you. And all the emerging cell leaders, this meeting is supposed to be for Kingsmen and emerging cell leaders only. So all the cell leaders recognize you. I think the Zoom room is close to 900. So there's a YouTube. The Zoom can only contain 1,000. So once the Zoom room is filled up, is broadcasted on YouTube. I most likely might take it down after, but it's going to be on YouTube for people can log in. So I recognize all the all the cell leaders, emerging cell leaders, all the Kingsmen. I welcome and recognize all of you to this episode of Finding My Tribe. Now, for those of you that saw the flyer, it was shown that this is episode 1. And the reason is because this is something that will continue. Probably, maybe every Monday or from time to time, or every 2 weeks Monday, but it's something that's going to continue. I have a lot of people, I have a lot of messages from all over social media, privately. Oh, please mentor me. Oh, please, I need this. Oh, please, that. And it's a lot. I feel overwhelmed. I try to respond to those I can respond, but if I've not responded to you for a while, apologies. It's a lot. It can be a lot. Both on WhatsApp, both on Instagram, both everywhere. It's sometimes you look at the whole and just a lot. But I've decided to start this episode so that I can bring everybody to speed. Now, I'm talking about finding my tribe and why it's very important to find your tribe. I want to bring up the foundation. Now, I'll try as much as possible to make this meeting to close, to make this meeting quite short. Now, finding my tribe. Somebody asked, what do you mean, finding my tribe? What is my tribe? How do you mean, finding my tribe? What do you mean, tribe? And how do I find my tribe? I'll start by saying this. For the people that don't understand the business that we do, there are quite a lot of people that don't understand the business that we do. And once you don't understand something, you term it anything. You see, if I don't understand Swahili, I'll say it's rubbish. I'll say it's fraud, it's scam. Whatever you don't understand, beats your imagination, and you can call it any kind of thing. But even most of the people in our business, even some of you listening to me here, most people still don't understand the business that we do. And I'm going to put it very clearly. Some say, oh, we're in the business of network marketing. That's correct. Our business is network marketing, but that's not the business that we do. Let me give an example. I want to go to Port Harcourt, for example, to go and deliver a speech. All right. Now, I get into an airline, say Airpeace, Arik, Aero, and I fly to Port Harcourt. Even though I used a medium to get to Port Harcourt, my goal is not flying. Airpeace was just a medium to take me to Port Harcourt to go and deliver a keynote speech. So will it be wrong if you see me at Airpeace? Oh, he's a passenger at Airpeace. It's not wrong. Yes, I am a passenger at Airpeace. I'm a passenger at Arik. I'm a passenger at whatever airline. But that is not the business that I do. I want to drive from here to Ibadan. And you see me driving. He's the driver. Am I driving? Yes, I'm driving. He that drives can be called the driver. Yes. But my business is beyond the car that I'm driving. The ultimate goal of my business is to go to Ibadan and probably visit the motherless baby's home or the hospital. So I want to bring out the business we do very clearly. Network marketing is the vehicle. Network marketing is the vehicle that will enable us accomplish the business. What is the business that we do? It's clearly stated in the vision and the mission statement. That is why all of our meetings are cross-board. After prayers, we'll read the vision statement and we do the mission statement. If you listen to most of our trainings, it pinpoints the vision statement. The vision shows this is where we're going to. The mission is how do we get to where we're going to? And our vision is to raise a financially free people who will in turn raise other financially free people so that collectively we can use our resources to affect the world positively. That is the business that we do. However, there are modus operandi of doing the business. There are vehicles, there are mediums of doing the business. And network marketing is the chief platform for which we're doing the business. The reason I'm stating this categorically is because if you don't understand the business that we do, you can't be part of us for a long time. Because if you don't understand the business that we do, you will tie everything around. Oh, and that is why if you check, we're not so good at selling a product. We don't sell products directly, even though we sell it indirectly. Because by the time you connect people to the business, they are buying the product. So indirectly, you're selling products. But if you listen to most of our meetings, most of our trainings, you see, when we get people to join our business, we communicate to them our business. When you listen to most of our training, when you listen to most of the things that we do, it's all about the vision. And what is the vision again? To raise financially free people who will in turn raise other financially free people so that collectively we can use our resources to affect the world positively. That is the business that we do. Network marketing is the vehicle that will lead us to the business. See, if at the end of the day, you're making money and you're not raising anybody, you're not just raising anybody, you're not raising people that have the capacity to raise other people. And you're not using the money you're making to affect your world positively, you're not doing a business. Let me say it again. You might be doing network marketing, you might be doing well, making money. But if what you're doing is not raising people, you are not committed to seeing people raised. And not just raising people, there are some people that you raise them, they don't want to raise other people. No. But the people that you're raising have a passion and a commitment to go and raise other people. And the money that you are making and the people are making, you're bringing part of it to help affect the world positively. If this is not what you're doing, you may be network marketing, maybe in our team, but you're not doing our business. And that is why it has become very necessary for us to find our tribe. The people that are not just there to make money, but to raise people. I found out that one of the challenges of our country, people will say, oh, it's bad leadership, it's misuse, it's corruption, it's insecurity, it's lack of education, it's lack of that, it's lack of that. I'm not going to dispute any of those. But I found out that one of the major challenges our country is facing is that we are not generationally minded. We are not future minded. Everybody's mindset is about today. They were not thinking 300 years ahead, 200 years ahead, 150 years ahead. We're not thinking the next generation. And as a result, our decisions, our transactions border on today. And because that is the mindset, it affects our decision. But go to developed countries. Dr. Moore is talking about how we went to Paris, how we went to Barcelona. We had a little discussion when he came back. And he was telling me some of the things. Go to developed countries. They are talking about 250 years from today. That's what they're talking about. They're not talking about today. Most of the buildings in most of those countries there's a building that he told me. I think it skipped my mind. So that building, they've been building it since the 19th century, 1847. They've not finished. He went to that place, they're still building it. Most of the buildings are 300 years old. They define policies, not just for today. They are shaping the generations to come. They understand what I'm about to teach you guys today. They don't make decisions based on, let us eat food today. No, they make decisions. Their pride is when the next generation come, they will point to us that this generation paved the way. In our country, sadly, the mindset is all about today. The mindset is all about the present. And because of that, look at how it plays. Because if you don't understand where the problem is, you may be beating around the bush and not solving the real problem. Those days in school, when you have a problem, where is the problem? Because if they ask you a question and you don't understand the question, you'll be answering another question and you'll be happy. I remember in school those days, we're writing an exam, one simple question, and somebody was asking for extra sheets. Extra sheets? This question is simple. The answer is simple. What are you doing with extra sheets? So when we finished the exam, we're like, this is the way they ask for extra sheets. He says, yes, now, I'm even surprised you guys are not asking for extra sheets. Which question I beg, where they need you to collect extra sheet? He said, this other question now. We said, no, that's not the question they asked, though. That's not the question they asked. Look at what they asked. I said, no. He said, no. When we looked at the question, we discovered that the question they asked was just a straightforward answer. But he misinterpreted the problem, the question. So he was answering another question, even though he was sweating, writing, filled up his booklet, collected extra sheet. He failed that course. He failed. Because if you don't diagnose the problem, you might spend the rest of your life solving a problem that is not the problem. So no matter how far you have gone in the wrong direction, it's not leading you to the right answer. So the challenges that our country face, you see, when you meet a young man or young woman, their goal is, I want to be successful. When you ask them, define success, they will tell you, I want to get a better job. I want to get a better contract. I want to blow. I want to make it. I want to sign up that gig. I want to join that business and start making money. That is their mindset. That is their idea of success. When they go to God to pray, what they're praying is, God, bless my hustle. What it means by bless my hustle, let more customers come to my shop tomorrow. Let one big customer that will order all my goods come. Connect me to my destiny helper. In their mind, that destiny helper is someone that will just come and say, oh yeah, I'm your Odogu Parara. All your problems have come to an end. Carry your bag, let's jet off to Paris. Pack your bags, pack a few things, let's jet off to Barcelona. God don't do it. God has answered my prayer. They will call their friends, they will dance. That is their idea of success. What is the idea of success? All of a sudden, their business begins to do so well, and there is money in the bank. Money in the bank equates success for a lot of people. Whereas that is not the definition of success, or that is the wrong definition of success. And because this is how people see success, they can't but begin to attach importance to the day-to-day things. How much money have I made? What have I done? So they can't think of the future, because to them, success is not about the future. Success is about, what am I getting now? Who am I making now? How much am I making now? Who will take me from, who will bless my soul? What will make me trend now? So somebody is after, I want to trend. He's so consumed with trending for the now that he relinquishes the real value of success. He doesn't mind trending at the expense of somebody else. Let this person die, but let me trend. This is because our definition of success is wrong. It's wrong. And because it's fundamentally wrong, solution is found. Because the problem is misdiagnosed. When you misdiagnose a problem, most of the people that are dying today are not dying from the illness, they are dying from misdiagnosis. They're not, mark my words, most of the people that are 6 feet below, when you go and check, they died because they were treating the problem that was not really the problem. They were given an injection that was not solving what the problem, because every problem has a solution. Trust me. 99% of the problems in this world have a solution. 99% of the illnesses have a solution. But when you can't diagnose what the problem is, you're giving the wrong solution. And as a result, the problem persists and it leads to mortality. So what is one of the challenges we're facing? We don't understand the true definition of success. Rather than tie success to money, the people in the developed world, they tied success to habits. They tied success to culture. They tied success to progress. They tied success to personal development. Instead of a young man saying, how can I be better at my craft? If I'm a carpenter, how can I become the best carpenter in my area? Instead, the young man is thinking, how can I get the contract so that I can supply chairs in National Assembly? His idea of success is not becoming better at his craft. He's not inventing and innovating carpentry things. He's not coming to a point where he can say, oh, guess what? There's a chair that you can use as a bed, and you can. It's not being innovative. His idea of success is not becoming the ultimate version of the carpenter that he is. His idea of success is gaining the contract so that he can deliver all the furniture in National Assembly. That is his idea of success. That is his prayer. And when that thing comes, because all he wants is, okay, how much money can I make from this? So if the cost price is 7 naira and they give me 10 naira, can I get it at 3 naira so that I can make 7 naira or 8 naira profit? That is his mindset. That is, God, don't do it for me. That is wrong. That is the cause of the fabric of the problem of the society. Whereas in a healthy society, everybody's looking, how can I give? How can I become better? If this is what I'm doing, how can I do it better? How can more people benefit? How can I become better? This is how I was 2 years ago. How can I be doing this same thing 2 years later? I've not innovated. I've not recreated. I've not become better. I'm not a better version of myself. I'm not smarter. I'm not sharper. I'm not wiser. And because our values are in the wrong sector, the wrong places, we are third world. It's not about the riches, the mineral resources and the riches we have in this country. Most first world countries don't have it. The depth of all we have, the depth of human capital, the depth of human resource we have. The average Nigerian is an naturally intelligent person. But because the values are misplaced, is a problem. When last did a young man get a book and read, and after reading the book, they were celebrated for reading? I was told that recently one of the awards that was happening, I can't get the details, but it was more like an intellectual award. And what they rewarded the person that came first, was it 50,000 naira? Was it 100,000? One paltry sum was given to the intellectual person. Whereas in some shows, they will tell you the prize money is 300 million, 150 million. Why? Because the anatomy of the mind is carved towards the wrong perception of success. That's not my training today. So let me move on. So one of the things that we're doing is to raise people with the right mentality, with the right. As I came in, I listened to what Dr. Mba was training. These are things nobody will teach you out there. The last few sentences he taught about, nobody will teach you. These are things that nobody will tell you. Instead, they will tell you, go and get favor. Of course, we believe in prayers. But it's not telling you must outwork the other person. Nobody is teaching you these things because their mindset of success is, let me win lottery. Let me jackpot. Hi. Who their mindset is that let me escape. They're not talking about let me develop myself, let me work harder, let me read more. No, let me escape. And that's what has led most of our young people to stealing. Because when you steal from somebody, what you're telling yourself is that thing that person has, you cannot acquire it legitimately. So we're not just here. Our business is to raise people, to raise a tribe. And that is the tribe I want to talk about. I get passionate about these things because I don't want to pass through this earth. And at the end of the day, they will say, but you lived between so year and so year. How come you did not change the negative civilization there? I need to restrain my spirit so that I can do this training and move on. I'm going to tell you 3 things. The first I'm going to tell you is this. The purpose of you coming to the earth. Listen to me. The purpose of you coming to the world is to birth a tribe or sustain a tribe. Now, for those of you that don't understand what I'm talking about, I'm going to break it down for you. You were not born so that you can eat, drink, wear designer clothes, use the most expensive phones, drive the most beautiful cars, live in mansions. No, that is not the primary reason you were born. All those things might be necessary as a medium. But the purpose, the purpose you are created is so that you can birth a tribe or sustain a tribe so that the tribe does not go into extinction. What's my son name? Okoli. If you go back to the first person that answered my surname, he's no longer alive. But why did he procreate? He wanted to maintain. Either he was the one that gave birth to that name Okoli, because Okoli is not Adam. It came, somebody's name became Okoli. And he gave birth to it, and the people that are coming are now making sure that that name does not go into extinction. So, why are people procreating? Is because there's something that has come to the earth that must not go into extinction. That's why in some cultures, if the man does not have a male child, everybody is shouting, who will inherit your name? Who will inherit your name? It's not necessarily because the male child is better than the female child, but they believe that the female child will procreate to bear the name of another male child. To bear the name of another male child. I saw something, one of the richest men in our country, the daughter got married to a singer and not a businessman. And the man, the daughter was bearing the surname of the man that he married, which is actually what has to happen. Now, the reason is because the man that he married, the responsibility is laid on him to extend the family lineage, to extend the tribe, to make sure that that name doesn't go into extinction. But our essence of coming into this earth is beyond just a name. It's to create a tribe or sustain a tribe. Now, there are two categories of people on earth: the players and the spectators. It's either you're a player. When it comes to an arena, there are the players and there are the spectators. How do you differentiate them? The players are those betting a tribe or sustaining a tribe. The spectators are the paraphernalias needed for the players to perform. At the Etihad Stadium yesterday, thousands of people gathered to watch Man City play Manchester United. If those spectators are not there, the match will not be interesting. So the spectators are needed. If the commentators are not there, but the actual players are the people in the center. You see, the spectators can shout, even though it's needed to bring excitement in the air, but their shouting does not affect the Premier League table. The spectators are necessary paraphernalias, processes to make the players play well. But tell your neighbor, I must be a player. And type on the chat box, I must be a player. Type it on the chat box. In this life that I came, I must be a player. No. I don't have any problem with a spectator. In fact, I need spectators. I need spectators that will push me and make everything. In fact, why the game is interesting is because there are thousands of spectators booing, shouting. But at the end of the day, the spectators don't strike a chord where it actually matters. The people that strike a chord where it actually matters are the players on the pitch. I must be a player. I don't know about you. I don't know. But you see me, I must be a player. Now, let me tell you, if you are not betting or sustaining a tribe, like I said, the players are people that are betting and sustaining, and I'm going to explain to you later. Now, the players are people that are betting or sustaining a tribe. The spectators are the paraphernalias needed for the players to perform. Now, if you are not betting or sustaining a pride, your life will be vaguely empty, unfulfilled, and there won't be so much meaning. Your excitement will be fleeting. If you are not betting or sustaining a tribe, your life will be vaguely empty. Your excitement will be fleeting. Your life will lack deep meaning. You see, why I'm saying this is this. Why I said they must be players because have you not seen people? They have money. They have a lot of money. They seem successful. But when they're by themselves, they are the most cantankerous people you can come across. They are the most cantankerous people you can come across. Okay, what is your issue? You're driving a Lexus 2025 model. But when you come close to them, oh, their life is vaguely empty. Their life, you see, their life is not rich. They may have money. But you see, most of those people, you see them doing things like, I'm not saying anybody that smokes is trying to fill it, is trying to fill a void. But most of them, you see them trying to do something to fill up the void. You see them smoking heavily. You see them drinking excessively. I'm not saying that drinking and smoking are crimes. They are not crimes. But you see them overindulging because they're trying to create a meaning. You see them doing certain things that, because right by themselves, even though they may seem to be successful, they are spectators in the affairs of things. Why? Because they are not betting a tribe or sustaining a tribe. So what they see them fighting is their life. They come to the end of their lives. And it's like the rice you ate last Christmas or 5 Christmases ago, or the salad ram you ate five 5 years ago. When you come to the end of your life, those rice, those meats has no relevance anymore. So maybe they look at their lives and it's wasted. They may have money, but it's wasted because they are not betting the tribe and they're not sustaining the tribe. Let me also let you know. The second I'm also going to tell you is this. The purpose of a tribe is to transcend to the next generation. I start by telling you guys that one of the challenges we have is that we don't think generationally. What I'm doing, how does it affect the next generation? We don't think generationally. So, because of that, the things we're doing, we don't have the next generation in mind. But I want to tell you that life is a relay race. Life is a relay race. The way we run our race determines the way the next generation is going to fare. I'm saying this because most of us may not understand what I'm telling you. These things, you may not come into its awareness until 20 years later, 30 years later, 40. Some of us will come to the awareness of this thing and it's already too late. Let me say it again. Life is a relay race. The way you run the race determines how the next generation will pick up from. In a relay race, you hand over the baton. The speed at which you hand over the baton determines the advantages of the next generation. The result of our lifetime is largely as a result of the generation before us. How the baton was handed over to us. Yeah, somebody can say, it doesn't matter whether your father is rich, whether your father is poor. Yes, I understand those things, but the honest truth is, if my dad was not educated, that 95% chance I will not be educated. Or if the generation of my father did not, if the generation did not favor education, I probably won't be educated. That's the truth. Does it mean that your father is not educated, they cannot be educated? Of course, you can change the narrative, but to a large extent, the outcome of our life is a result of the generation that preceded us. What I'm trying to say is this: how I've fared in life is as a result. If my dad, you see, now don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that if your dad is poor, you remain poor. No, what I'm saying is that if your dad was wealthier, your life could have fared better. That's what I'm trying to say. Listen to me. So that we understand it. What I'm saying is that if my dad sent me to Cambridge, if my dad was worthy enough to send me to Harvard, I would have had the opportunity to fare better. If my dad didn't send me to school, I'd have had less opportunity to have fared better. That does not mean that my dad determines the ultimate outcome of my life. No, but there are advantages that the previous generation hand over to the present generation, whether you will like it or not. It's possible they can hand over those advantages and yet it can be lazy. And that's why I said the advantages I will hand over to people is not money, but there is a tribe, is a culture, is value system. What my dad handed over to me was not money, is the ability to work hard. So we're handing over the wrong things to the next generation because our idea of success is money in the bank, trending, make am. The real attributes of success, we don't have it. We don't even know it. So what are we handing over to the next generation? The wrong attributes of success. My dad handed over to me. He said, don't take what does not belong to you. He handed over integrity to me. That is why I don't understand why you see somebody's phone and you steal it. I don't get it. Because part of the things that were handed over to me is integrity. Hard work was handed over to me. Those are the values that are true riches. So when I talk about how generation fare, I'm not necessarily talking about physical wealth, even though to that one still join. Because if my dad handed over houses in New York and London to me, life for better. But the most precious things to be handed over to people are not just physical riches, but values. So our life is a relay race. The way you hand over to the next generation determines how they fare. So it will be an abomination not to hand over something tangible to them. The scheme of our lives is based on how the next generation is bettered by our existence. Our marking scheme, when they mark your scheme, you know how the marking scheme, oh, did you pass in life? It's not based on the designers you wore. It's not based on the car you drove. It's based on how the next generation is bettered by how you lived your life. That is why a life lived for today and for self is largely a wasted life. Let me say it again. A life that is not lived for the future. Now, the one way person chop, now the way you make person whole. The life lived for yourself and for today. At the end, when your script is being marked, you discover you failed. It was a wasted life. The reason is this. The reason is this. This year is 2025. I want to bring something to you. So some things I want to bring to your awareness. This year is 2025 AD. What it means is after death of Christ, which is the AD. This is 2025 years that we are in. We're waiting in September. By next year, it will be 2026. Recently, it was 2024. Listen, the amount of active living that anybody has is 70, 80 years. 90, how many people live above 90? 70, 80. If you live 90, they call it celebration of life. 70 years, 80 years. That's the average lifespan. To some of us will live above that. But the question I ask yourself is, this is 2025. How many 80 years, 90 years are in this 2025? 2025 means 2025 years. That's what it means. Of existence. How many people have come and gone? 180 years, 70 years, 60 years, 80 years, 90 years, 75 years. And they keep and they come, they go, they come, they go, they come, they go. So you discover that your life, and it will continue. Just so you know. As people are saying the world will come to an end tomorrow, it will come to an end next tomorrow. It comes to an end, we go to where we're supposed to go. But while we're still on earth, you're saying the world will come to an end since the days of the Bible. I don't know. I'm just telling you, this is 2025. There'll be 2035. There'll be 2045. So our life is just a short gap in the whole interplay of existence. That's what I'm trying to say. Our life is just a short play. It's just like you're watching a movie. You come, you play your role, you exit, and that person plays their role, and that person plays their role. Short plays of role, short play. The project is beyond you. You just come, play your part, and you go. 80 years from now, 99% of the people listening to me here will be. 100 days from now, nobody listening to me will be alive. Even if you're alive, you don't even want to be alive. You'll be like a vegetarian. You don't even want to be alive. 100 days from now, everybody hearing this, 100 days ago, there's nobody that's alive. I don't know how many people that are more than 100 years now. So what you need to understand is, our life is not everlasting. Our life is just a short gap in the relay race. The project is bigger than us. The project is, have you not asked yourself, before you know it, you're 30, you're 50, you're 70, you're on your way. Another generation is coming. Another generation is coming. Another generation was before you. My dad is no more alive, but during his own time, he was, hey, my great-grandfather is no longer alive. Listen to me. Your life is just a short gap. It has to count in the whole project of humanity, in the whole project of existence. And how it counts is by whether you're betting a tribe or you're sustaining a tribe. It's bigger than you. It's bigger than me. Most of the things that you're clamoring now, in the next 3-4 years, it will make no sense. So what makes sense is, am I betting a tribe or am I sustaining a tribe? The third thing I'm going to tell you today is, every tribe has its characteristics. No, every tribe has a language. Remember I said that the essence of your life, if you're a player, you must be betting a tribe or you're sustaining it. And let me tell you why it's necessary. Before I go to the third one. Or let me go to the third one and I'll tell you why it's necessary that you must be part of a tribe. The third thing I'm going to tell you is that every tribe has its language, has its characteristics, has its identity. Every tribe has its language, has a culture you can call characteristics, and has identity. People, tribe, don't define people. Certain traits define the tribe. If you're a tribe, there are certain things that that validates you. You don't seem as someone can look at you, oh, you look like an Edo boy. That you look like an Edo boy does not make an Edo boy. It's when you speak the language. Oh, it validates you as becoming a tribe. So if you don't exhibit the certain traits of a tribe, even though you may be part of, let me give you an example. Say you're Yoruba, and you come to a place, and truly, you are born in Oyo State, and you come to a group of people that are Yorubas, and you can't speak the Yoruba language, you don't know anything about you can't even genuflect. You're greeting an elder, you're doing your elder high five in a Yoruba gathering, even though you're born legitimately in a Yoruba land. They'll say this one, this one, you can't be part of them. They look at you like an artist. This one doesn't know, you can't be Yoruba. No, you're from where? Ibadan. Ibadan, go. You're greeting your elder, high five. You're not a Yoruba. Why? Because it is not where you are born that defines you. It's the traits, it's your language, your character, and your culture that validates you as being part of a tribe. Otherwise, you may be legitimately be part of that tribe, but no, you can't benefit anything from that tribe. So every tribe has its language. So I'm going to talk about our tribe. Time will fail me. What time is it? Wow, time is fast spent. I'm going to talk about our tribe. Before I talk about how to find our tribe, I'm going to talk about our tribe. But before I go to talk about our tribe, the question I want to ask is, why is it necessary that you bet a tribe or sustain a tribe? Why can't I just come and live my life? What are you talking about tribe? Which one is tribe? I want to be an engineer. No, I beg. Which one is tribe? I beg. What can you say if I'm not betting a tribe or sustaining a tribe? I'm not living. I'm not playing. From where? How? I beg. I'm already from the Yoruba. I'm already from an Igbo tribe. I don't. Why is what I'm telling you necessary? Very simple. And what I'm telling you now, you may not hear, it may not be very common knowledge, but it's a fact. This world that you see, listen to me. The world that you see, if you're part of this world, if you're not, this training is for people that are alive. If you're not alive, you don't need this training. If you are alive, it's just like when you travel to some countries, that their temperature, they will tell you this is winter. Temperature is -10 degrees centigrade. If you are not in that region, you don't need to wear a winter jacket. If you are in Nigeria and it's hot, no. But if you're going to go to that region and you must stay in that region for a while, you must understand how the region operates. Otherwise, you become victim. I remember one of the first times. I think the first time I traveled to the UK. First time, that's several years ago. I wanted to go to the Emirates Stadium. So, and it was winter. So when I was coming out of my house, I wore a jacket. And when I was coming down the lobby, the receptionist told me, I told him why I was trying to get directions. He said, "You're not properly dressed." I was like, how do you mean I'm not properly? I'm wearing the jacket, I'm wearing the jeans, I'm wearing shoes. How am I not properly dressed? He said, no, you're not properly dressed. Go and get a winter jacket. I was like, which one? Which one come with winter jacket now? I'm wearing the jacket now. Yes, I know it's a big coat. I neglected that lady. I said, you want, and they were selling. He said, go back. I think in that hotel, they were selling. He said, this one wants me to come and buy. I'm okay. Omo. My body tell me. At the point, all I was thinking was where to buy. My hand was shaking. I was looking for where to buy a jacket. That was the only thing. I was not even, because I was about to be frozen to death. When you're going to, as far as you're going to a place, you must understand what governs that area. So as far as you're living in this world, you must also understand what governs the world that you live in, so that you don't become a victim of harsh weather conditions. This world is, don't think that this world, you just woke up in the morning, that they tell you that 7 continents and Africa, this Nigeria is in West Africa, they tell you need a visa to go to Europe. They tell you you need to get a license to drive. They're telling you, let me explain to you. This life that you see are governed by laws and regulation. This life that you see, this world that you see, they are governed by civilizations. Nothing just happens. So if you are not aware of the civilizations that govern this world, you become a victim ASAP. Let me give you a practical example. We're in Nigeria. And you carry your car and you're driving 80 kilometers per hour, 90 kilometers per hour, you're speeding. And people are clapping for you. Yay! You go to the UK or go to the US and you drive in a place that's supposed to drive 40 kilometers, maybe because there are schools there. You drive because they have a Lamborghini. You drive you drive the same 80 kilometers per hour because the road is clear. They will stop you and they will prosecute you. It's not even tickets. They will stop you. Say, come. If you're not careful, you will be in handcuffs. Why? Because you are naive to think that even though you're driving in Nigeria, speeding, you are naive to think that the world or the cosmos is not regulated by laws. So on this earth, why is it important to be part of a tribe? It's because this world is segregated in tribes. I'm not just talking about the ethnic tribes that we know. That ethnic tribe is the symbol of a higher tribe. The ethnic tribe that we know, that we can see, it's just a prototype of how things are actually being run in the world. Where are you from? I'm Igbo, I'm Hausa, I'm Yoruba. Once they want to identify you, they will identify you by your tribe, even though these are ethnic tribe and based on ethnicity, so that they can govern and divide the lands and the grounds and the states. In the real civilization of the world, we are also demarcated by tribes. And the reason is because every tribe is portraying, is revealing the culture of a spirit. I've told you guys several times, you will be naive to think that human beings are smart enough to bring about the civilizations that you see. Think it twice. You will be naive, and so naive to think that the person that developed this phone, he was smart. He read physics, he read maths, he just sat down, and all of a sudden, he just developed the chips, the atoms, the electrons. You will be naive. And most people, what happens to naive people is that they become victims. Every civilization is the representation of a spirit. Man does not have the intelligence to create the things we create except being whispered to him by a spirit. No, who found the electric bulb? Is what's this guy's name again? Albert Einstein, if I'm correct. Albert Einstein that discovered, was it Albert Einstein or so that found the electric bulb? Oh, he tried it 1,000 times. Thomas Edison. Albert Einstein found relativity and the theory of relativity, and he's got the MC squared and all of that. Thomas Edison found the electric bulb. You will be too naive to think that he found it because He locked himself up in the room. He was trying this, trying that, trying that, trying that. All of a sudden, Eureka! I found the electric bulb. And from that electric bulb, the people that were now wise, they went to Harvard, they went to MIT, and you will be naive to think like that. You'll be so naive. And what happens to naive people? They become victims of circumstances. As Thomas Edison was there was a whisper. There was an intelligence from the realm of the spirit. He was just an embodiment of a spirit whispering to him. He was just an embodiment. He was just a reflection of the will and desire of the spirit. Oh, why not do this? Oh, why not do this? Oh, some of you'll be here all of a sudden. You just woke up and someone just tell you, why not go and talk to this person? Why not give an idea to you? You go, you execute that idea. All of a sudden, business starts growing. You think it's by my own head. No, it's by my intelligence that I did it. You need wisdom. If you think that by your cells, your brain cells, you can bring yourself to a place of legendary status, then you need to be re-educated. On Saturday, one of the greatest stories in the history of boxing, Saturday night, at the Legion Stadium in Las Vegas. I think the most watched fight in the history of boxing. Sorry, I'm a fight fan. I love fight. And those of you that don't know me for that, I was practically awake. I didn't sleep that night. I didn't sleep till maybe 8 or 9 or 10. I was awake all through the night. Terence Bud Crawford versus Saul Canelo Alvarez. I followed these people's careers for years. It's not even years. And the smaller guy shocked the world. Shocked the world. But listen to me. Immediately they handed him over the mic. Everybody was shocked. Look at what you have done. Nobody. The first man to become undisputed in 3 weight classes. It was the first man to become undisputed in 2 weight classes. It was not the first man to become undisputed in 3 weight classes. They gave him the mic. The first thing he said was, "No, it is not by my power. It is not that I have muscle. I'll be stupid to think that it is my muscle that got me the victory." He said there is a God. And he said, without this ancient God, the spirits and above, I won't be where. The first statement he gave was to give credibility, because he was smart enough to understand it's not by his physical, because there's a time he was headbutted in that fight. That injury would have been deeper and that fight would have been stopped. 2 days to that fight would have had an injury. He understood that he did not come to where he was because he was physically strong. He knew that he was displaying the will of an ancient spirit. So he gave credence to that spirit. What shocked me was during his press conference, he said something that I saw it as shocked. He said, "I'm just a man on a mission." He said, "It's not even me." He said, God kept me alive for a time like this. He said, "I'm a man on a mission. He said, it has nothing to do with me. I'm just here fulfilling God's mission." Can't listen to his press conference. He said, no. He said, it has nothing to do with me. He said, I'm not the one. I'm just fulfilling a mission. I'm just reflecting the will of a spirit. I'm just reflecting the will of a spirit. The will. I'm just here reflecting. He said, "I knew I will win because I did not come here. I was reflecting the will of the spirit." What do we say? What about the person that was defeated? Was he not reflecting the will of a spirit? He was also reflecting the will of a spirit. But his time, this is this person's time. He reigned. When it was time for him to reign, nobody could stop him. But now, he said, "I'm just on a mission." Because he had the wisdom to understand that this earth is not just you. Everybody is reflecting the character, the will. I love what Dr. Mba said. He said, when they're celebrating you, Let your celebration model. Say model. That's the word. You're modeling something, because we are containers that are just exhibiting. We are modeling. We are modeling the will and the civilization of a spirit. That is why it's important that you belong to a tribe. So we're not just here to make money and go. We're here to bring about and to model the desire, the will, and the character of a spirit. So don't go and ask anybody that is ultimately successful in life today. If you listen to them, they will tell you that it was an idea that came. Most of them are foolish to think that that idea came from their brain cells. That's foolishness. Most of them are foolish to think that they just became naturally intelligent. If you are naturally intelligent, why is your father not intelligent? Most of them, their father is not as intelligent. So where did you get the gene for you to be intelligent? Thomas Edison's father, is he intelligent? If you think he inherited intelligence from your father, okay, his great-grandfather, is he intelligent? So you'll be naive to think that it's not the whispers of spirits. And that is why, even in the negative world, don't think before. That's why when somebody all of a sudden blows, you say, who has he sacrificed? Because even we understand, even the world understands that there's some certain level of success that you need the hand of spirits to be involved. Even we know. All of a sudden, he's now he was pushing wheelbarrow. Now he's now a billionaire. The first is that, which cult has he joined? Why are you asking which cult? Because you know something tells you that he's not a man to attain certain level of success. So you must reflect the will. So when you say building a tribe, you must reflect the will. There's some people that the tribe that they are building is reflecting the will of a negative spirit. So it's imperative that you position yourself to reflect a particular tribe. My time is fast spent. I doubt if I'll be able to finish this training today, but I will stop whenever the time is up. So why is it important? Because you are a puppet in the hand of spirit. So you must intentionally make sure you align this. And that is why you don't kill tribes. Tribes don't go into extinction. That's why you don't kill ideas. No matter how you fight ideas, you don't kill them, because they are birthed not from the natural realm. They are birthed from the spiritual realm. You can't use a gun and kill an idea, because it didn't come from the natural realm. It came from spaces beyond the cosmos. Look at negative idea. Look at the terrorist organizations. No matter what America did to wipe out, they're still existing. You see, these things are not something you cooked in the lab and all of a sudden you discover that water is H2O. No, these things are ideas from an immortal reality. You want to destroy, there's a country that says, I want to destroy this, I want to destroy. Even though they are evil, can't find out how even though they are evil, they're almost indestructible. Because that idea was not bettered from those guys are just reflecting the will of spirits. They're just icons, idols, reflecting the will of spirit. So even if you kill them, you didn't kill the spirit that bettered that idea. Even though they are terrible, they are bad. There are sects in this country. No matter what you do, you can't. You might quieten them for a while, but you can't kill them. Even the more you try to quieten them, the more they are rising, because it is not physical things that give birth to them. is spirit civilization. So you can't kill spirit civilizations with gun. No, 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 no. Because what brought them to be is beyond physical things. That's why I tell people, you want to, they say, I will shut you down, we'll do it. You see, you need to know where ideas come from before you go and fight it. That is why we can't be fit. This project we're running is not the figment of a smart guy, those sharp guys. Oh, my, this guy is sharp. Smart young guy. That guy can brain. Oh, my, just start this. Yeah. Error. Because I've said it countless times without numbers. It is not a figment of a smart guy. It is the vision of God. What we're doing here is not some guys that are smart, that are trying to make money. If you think that, then you're in for a rude shock. Nah. I've said it several times. If it is left for me, I won't even do this. If you want to know what I want to do, if I tell you what I want to do, I won't be doing natural marketing. Nah. That's not, no. When I talk in some training, I say I am a messenger. I'm not trying to impress, I'm just telling you reality. So don't deal with it. Go and look for the person that sent the message. Go and deal with the person that sent the messenger. If you want to shut the message down, it's not by shutting the messenger. Go and look for the person where the message originated from. Otherwise, the more you try to strike, the more they're increasing. So like I said, even evil ideas. I don't want to talk about there's some sect in this country, no matter what, they're still alive. Even if the government comes with the government, it's after God and government. Even the government wants to wipe them away, they will still discover that these people, as small as they are, we cannot wipe these people away. It's because it is beyond them. It is beyond them. The spirit that is backing them is not physical. That was why when one king, I may not get it right, when one king wanted to destroy Israel, he went and called, is it Balaam or so? He understood these things. He understood that these guys are not just, he said, go and get a curse that will curse these people. And the guy said, Kai, there's no divination against these people that can stand. There is no divination. There is no spell. He understood that if you want to defeat these people, it's not by punching, it's not by gun and knife. He understood as a technology. So he said there's no need. See these people. He now went to consult that technology. And they told him there, no, these people are indestructible. They might look small, but there's something beyond what you see. They are just reflectors of ancient dimensions. So you can't kill them. Recently, a voice was assassinated in America because he was standing for his own views. So in their mind, let us take him out. Error. It's not him. For those people, for most of them, they don't even know what they're doing. Just like a human being will stand on the road and kidnap a pregnant woman. You kidnap a pregnant woman and you be carrying the person and be asking for money. They don't know what they're doing. It's not them. No human being does that. Even if hunger has killed you to the point of death, there are certain things, if you're a human being, you can't do. Those people are not human. They are reflectors of spirits, the evil spirits, wicked spirits. Wicked spirits. So if you're looking at them, even if you kill them, they don't know. It's not normal. There's certain things these people do. It's not, you carry somebody, they give you ransom, you still kill the person. The only child of the family. It's not, human beings don't have that capacity. A human being, normal human being that grew up normally is not that wicked. they have been taken over by spirits. So they are displaying the will, the character, the identity, and the nature of the spirit. So it's not about them. Even if you want to kill them, they will be there because it's beyond them. So if you think it is them, no. This young man was voicing out his views, and he was shot and assassinated. And in the day he was assassinated, the whole world knew about his even the people that did not know now knew. And a group of they killed one person, but now hundreds of thousands of people have now imbibed that idea, and they are ready to because these things are spirit civilizations. It's not something you want to kill. It's not. No, it's not something you can kill. I can damage this phone now and it will go. These ideas are not like phones. They came from immortal realms. My time is fast spent. So most of those people that are committing hideous crimes, even you will know that it's not this one that is doing this thing. Even you will know it's not this one that is doing this thing. A normal human being will not come and not cut a person. You can't. That's something. You won't kill somebody. You won't do that. When you see somebody doing that, he's no longer the person acting. He's a spirit is a messenger of the evil one. So you can't. It's not about. It's not about. You can't talk. You can't use common sense and say you can't talk common sense to that one. So let me talk about our tribe. The little time I have left. Let me talk about the tribe that we represent, so that you understand. So I have barely 19 minutes. Let me try and so that I can make this very fast. But this training will continue because I've been mandated to raise a tribe. Just like that person is there, breaking the hearts of mothers, breaking the hearts of parents by killing people. It's a tribe. It's a tribe. And that's why when you say cartels, no matter these are tribes are cartels. You've been wondering what is going on with these people. How are you comfortable? They like each other. They high five one another. They understand. They like it. When you see somebody sit down, all you're thinking is to rob somebody of his high-end money. You don't know how many years the person spent in acquiring this money. You want to sit down behind the computer, and you now defraud somebody, and you're happy. Maga don't fall. This is somebody's life earnings. He took the person all his life, maybe 50 years of his life, to you defraud it, and you are happy, and the people around you, yeah, you're celebrating. It's not normal. But you can see that there are people like, hey, you don't make them, you don't hit them, how much? If I even remain 10%, if I clear everything, somebody's hard-earned money, you for collect everything. You see somebody will collect the money, they will clear your account. They won't even leave 1 naira. They will clear your savings. They will clear it, and they are okay. And so I even left 10K. Why you go leave 10K? Clear it, and they are okay. It's not normal. You're okay. That person, you don't know what he suffered to build that income. But you gladly, even if you want to dupe somebody, you won't even be met, you will clear everything. They are not the ones that are spirits. But guess what? Those people, they have people that, hey, those are somebody who just woke up in the morning. What excites him is to see people go down. What excites him is to make people cry. Is to tarnish people, is to destroy people. That's his excitement. He's excited. And people will gather with him. Yes, let's do it. They are just a tribe, reflecting the nature of the spirit that is propelling them. But the truth of the matter is, another tribe is about to arise that will fight those tribes to a standstill. We're about to raise another tribe in this country that will correct the narrative. Time is failing me today. Time is failing me today. So let me read it out because of time. Because if I begin to talk now, take more time. Every tribe has a language. Every tribe has an identity. And every tribe has a character. I want to talk about the language, the identity, and the character of the tribe. We have been mandated to go and raise a tribe. A tribe that will stop the nonsense. And let me tell you, every tribe that is properly raised has an authority too. That's why most of those people that are doing this evil thing, they have one godfather somewhere. That is what, you see, oh God, I'm coming there. But let me talk about the language of our tribe. Because we're raising a tribe. We're raising a tribe. We're not just here to make money. We're here to raise a tribe. What is the language of our tribe? For lack of time, I'm not going to finish this training today, defining my tribe. So I'm going to talk about these three things, and we'll continue next. What is the language of our tribe? The language. So what I'm saying this is so that if you don't belong to this tribe, there are some of you that are here, even listening to me, you are enemies of this tribe. You're listening to me, you're even here. Your goal is, I want to make sure that this tribe is extinguished. I have only one message for you. Try harder. You're not trying enough. Try harder. Because even when the sons of God gather, the sons of devil gather. So there's some people that are here, but my message to you is try harder. What is the language of our tribe? So I'm going to define the tribe that we're raising. And I'm going to tell you the language. Because we're going to rise as a tribe. This tribe, by the time I'm done with this, we will rise as a tribe. And we will wield the authority of this tribe. And when we, a lot of people have authority, they have power, they don't know. You see, what you don't know, you can't use. And what you don't use, you look like you're weak. You seem weak. Not because you're weak, but because you don't even know what you have. You don't know what you have. What is the language of this tribe? Number one, the language of this tribe is entrepreneurship. What do we speak? We talk about entrepreneurship. We talk about leverage income. We talk about passive income. We talk about financial freedom. That's the language of this tribe. The language of this tribe is, I don't want to be collecting salary. I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to own my life. I want to have leverage income. That's the language of the tribe. So when you see somebody, and I'm also saying this because let me tell you guys, by the time we are done with this, we're going to explode to the nations. Because by the time I finish explaining our tribe, there are people in Argentina. You see, we think that our tribe is limited in Nigeria. No, we are about to explode globally. We're about to enter into the. We're about to find our tribe. There are people in Brazil that will listen to this. This thing is like my tribe. Oh. How do I do your business? And by the grace of God, we're working on something, a payment platform that you can do the business anywhere and people can connect and you get paid anywhere. We're working on it. It might take some time, but it's going to come out. There are people in Ukraine, even as bomb is thrown everywhere. And they listen to you, say, this is my tribe. This is what I want. This is what I want. This is what I want. How can I do your business? How can I do your business? You prospect them. They will sign and they will start raising a team in Ukraine. I thought Russia is bombing Ukraine. They say they will do video and show you your team. Because the tribe is not like the physical tribe. Oh, Igbos, Yorubas, Hausa. Our tribe is generic. We're going to Africa, South Africa, East Africa. Somebody in Uganda will chat and say, this thing you're saying, I just stumbled on it on Instagram. The way you're saying, there's something, I think I like what you're saying. Can you link me to your business? We will find our tribe. They are there. They are waiting for us to come and find them. We're about to find them. We're about to go global. We're about to go global. Somebody in Canada will finish hearing you talk, sir, this presentation, can you show me about your business? You put something, you put something on your status. Somebody that has not reviewed your status is not even talking, sir, but I like this thing, I want to, because we're beginning to find our tribe. And they are littered everywhere. But I need to define our tribe so that you will know our tribe. So let me define the tribe. I wrote it down. The language is entrepreneurship. I want to become an entrepreneur. I want to become an entrepreneur. That's the language. Sorry, let me take some water. Our language is entrepreneurship. There are people that they will tell you, I've never wanted to work for anybody. I've never wanted to work for anybody. But the people that don't have capital, how will I get the capital to start? If at this one I'm working for people, I'm just there because I don't have the capital to start my business. So welcome. You're speaking the language of my tribe. I was working in the bank, but my tribe was entrepreneurship. Come out from that, let us show you. Leverage income. What is leverage? I don't want the only money I make to be at the result of only my hard work. I don't want that. I know I work hard. But is it possible that I can leverage on other things, like people, I can have leverage income. It's not like if I don't work, I don't eat. I don't want that. I don't want that. I know I'm ready to work hard, but will I work hard like this all my life? My grandfather worked hard till he was 70 and died. My great-grandfather worked hard till he was 90 and died. My father has worked hard till he's 65. Even though he's retired, he's still working. I want to work, but can I have leverage? Can I have leverage? Can I do something that I'll do for like 5, 7 years, 10 years? After 10 years, I don't really need to keep doing it, and money will keep coming. Can I have leverage? Can I have leverage income? I'm ready to work hard. But is there anything I can do that can bring about me leverage income? That's your language. That's our language. There are people that this is their language. You may not have met them. They may not have met you, but this is their language. They are our tribe. We will find them and they will find us. But this is the language. I recently traveled to the UK and said there's a carnival. I was like, oh, I went there. I was seeing all kinds of, the hope that was exciting. But until I saw someone that spoke my language, I was not ignited. Somebody that spoke, Omo Naija, immediately I saw my tribe. I was not shouting, yeah! I started speaking pidgin. The atmosphere came alive and we connected, we started talking. That is my tribe. There were some Caribbean people, they were all nice people, don't get me wrong, but there's something that happens when you connect with your tribe. Deep calls onto deep. Something just, as if we were talking like we have known each other for years. That is what happens when you find the tribe. Our tribe will find us and we'll find our tribe. But you need to know the language of your tribe. What's the language of your tribe? Entrepreneurship, leverage income, passive income, and financial freedom. I want to be financially free. What is financial freedom? I want to be financially free. Financial freedom is a point you come where your passive income meet your financial obligations as they fall due. That's financial freedom. What is passive income? For you to understand passive income, you need to understand what active income is. Active income is the income you make while you're on the job. You go to work, they pay you salary. You might be an entrepreneur and still have active income. You might have a store and you're the one selling it. You might be a medical doctor. You have a clinic. If you're not there, you don't make money. That's active income. Active income is the income you make while you're actively involved in something. Passive income is the income you make when you're no longer actively involved in something. You must have built, like the owner of this building is enjoying passive income. He took his time, finished building this plaza and this building. Now, for the rest of his life, they will keep paying him rent. That's passive income. So when anybody is talking passive income, he's your tribe. When somebody says, I want active, I want to work till I die, don't chase them away. They can be spectators. Don't throw them away. You see, I love to work. There's somebody that told me, there are some people that are born to work for other people. I congratulated the person. That's good. Come and work for me. Come and work for me. No problem. I will get some. You see, the bottom line is this. There are people that they feel that their best bet is when they are working for people. They are spectators. We still need them in our business, but they are not our tribe. But we still need them. The shop will buy products, we still make money. The shop will refer other people, we still make money. Our business has products that anybody, both players and spectators, they need it, they can buy it. They can come and buy products. They need their health. Or even the spectators need their health. If you're concerned about your health, then you know our business is beneficial to you. But be looking for your tribe. Be finding your tribe. Be finding them. Someone talks about passive income. Oh, that's your tribe. And when you talk about passive income, and somebody says, you see, what I'll talk about it when you're finding your tribe. When you begin to speak about the things, people that are your tribe will find you. I'll talk about it later. But when somebody talks passive income, he's speaking your language. When people talk about financial freedom, he's speaking your language. What's financial freedom? Your passive income now takes care of your liabilities as a body. So you don't need to become a billionaire to become financially free. If your monthly expenses is 150,000, I have a passive income of 250,000, you're financially free. What it means, I don't need to wake up in the bed to eat, pay my bills, do my business. So financial freedom doesn't mean when you become a $10 or Dangote. It means when you have something passive, they're not actively involved, but those things are taking care of your basic needs. You're financially free. So you can decide to, if it's guitar you want to go and play, and want to learn how to play guitar, you can go and learn how to play guitar. If it is you want to go and run, you can live your life until you're financially free. Life does not start. You don't begin to live your life because no matter how somebody tells you, if I don't know where my next meal is coming from, I can't live my life. Sorry. If I don't know what my rent is expiring at the end of the day, I will always keep working. So you begin to live your life when you attain financial freedom. So those are our languages: entrepreneurship, leverage income, passive income, financial freedom. That's the language of the tribe that we're building. So what are the identities of the tribe that we're building? There are three identities. Maybe I'll stop with identities so that I'll talk about the character in the next one. There are three identities. The first identity of the tribe that we're building is that they want to be wealthy. They want to live, they want to enjoy life. I grew up wanting to live life on my time. I grew up wanting to enjoy life. I want to travel the world. Dr. Ma was talking about he went to Spain, he went to Paris. That is my tribe. That is our tribe. We want to live the life. We want to live the life. We want to live the life now. We want to enjoy the good things of this life. We want to enjoy it. That is our identity. We want to drive the best of cars. Somebody say, no. I don't want to. You see, all these things are worldly. They're material things. They're worldly. I don't want to. If I just have a small car, I just have a small one, self-contained, that's what our tribe will. You see those people that say, no, these things are worldly. You know when they will regret? It is when they come to the end of their lives and they discover the potentials that was available to them that they didn't touch. I was in a room one day, in a meeting one day, and the place was sweating. I think we spent about 2-3 hours. Everybody was sweating. But we're happy, enjoying, we're okay. But everybody was sweating. Was when the meeting was about 10 minutes to end. When someone said, why don't you put the AC? We now discovered there was an AC that was working there. And we put on the AC and the place was chilling, but it was already 10 minutes to the end of the meeting. That's how those people will feel. They will discover towards the end of their lives, I could have put in AC here. I still do my life. It didn't stop me from living my life. And I still live my life, but like we still had the meeting. But it would have been more pleasurable if the AC was cooling. It would have been fun. If that AC was cooling for the whole 3 hours, it would have been fun. Would have still had the meeting, even better meeting. Most of those people will discover at the end of their life, if I had more money, I would have lived a more quality life. I would have helped more people. I would have trained my children better. Money insult me. Now, what will pain them the most is that they would have realized that time that they had the capacity to make the money, but they did not. They had the capacity to live a good life. In fact, it was their inheritance to enjoy life. The greatest tragedy, the greatest regret in life is when you're about to exit this life and discover, I could have become more. I could have done that. I could have shot at my target. I could have done this. I could have believed more. I could have aimed for more. And nothing was stopped. They will discover at that time, when about to edge out of time into eternity, they will discover at that time that they could have, but they chose not to. They lazy their time away. All those time I'm sleeping, I could have taken, some people sleep for 10 hours every day. I could have slept for 7 hours, use those 3 hours and pursue this thing. I could have pursued this thing. I could have enabled myself more. But unfortunately, I don't have the time again. They discovered that they had riches. They had opportunities to be wealthy. They'll look at what they left. I only left. Don't be like that prophet that died and left debt for his wife and children. And they were coming to take the wife and the children as collateral. Whereas that prophet had oil in his house. Don't be like that prophet. He had oil in his house, yet he died. Maybe it's even the poverty and the debt that killed him. The cause of death, the most cause of death is poverty, directly or indirectly. Because if you have money, you can treat yourself. If you have money, you can eat balanced diet. If you have money, you can live a qualitative lifestyle. But guess what? You have the power and the opportunity and the capacity to make that money. So for people that say, I don't want material things. I don't want material things. I don't want worldly things. I just want to live. If you're not, our tribe wants the material things. And for me, nothing is worldly. God created everything for us to enjoy ourselves. There's nothing that the devil created here. God created everything. So I don't say anything worldly. Everything is godly. It is the way you use those things that determine whether you're not using it in a worldly way. Money is not bad. You can use money positively or you can use it negatively. It depends on you. But money in itself is not bad. The love of money is the root of evil, not money. The love of money is the root of evil. Why will you love money? No, you should not love money. Love your craft, love personal development, and money will come. And when money comes, if I have extra, if somebody dashes me extra $1 billion today, the world will hear. If I get extra $1 billion today, if somebody dashes extra $1 billion today, the world will smile. Poor people will smile. So many people will get scholarship abroad to go to school. So many people. The more the money, the merrier the people. So our tribe wants to live life, wants to enjoy life. Because when God created man, can't look at the original creation of man. He was in the Garden of Eden. He didn't suffer. It was the fall of man that necessitated suffering. So the original intention of God is not for you to suffer. It was a curse. When they say from the sweat of their brow that shall eat food, it was a curse. There was a curse on the ground. I don't want to live a curse. He said, he didn't tell him to plant. He said, of everything you can eat freely. The work of man was not for food to eat, because I'd already provided him of all the man did not plant fruit that grew up. It was the cause that led man to start planting. When man was in the garden, everything he wanted was at his disposal. Everything was created. He was born in the midst of plenty. Every fruit of the tree was there. He didn't plant that apple. Oh. When God said, man, walk the garden, what he meant was not plant he didn't tell him to walk and plant apple so apple can grow and eat. Oh. All the fruit was already there for him. Fruit were growing on their own. When God told him to walk the garden, what he told him was to birth a civilization, tend the garden, build a tribe, dominate. Let the garden reflect heaven. That's what he was telling him. Be in charge of this place. So anybody that comes, just like Dr. Mas said, let everything that happens here model heaven. That's why he told him, take dominion, be in charge of everything. Make sure that even the lions are not eating people, the tigers are not eating people. Coordinate these people properly. Dominate, take charge, and tend so that this garden will reflect the image of heaven. That was his work. Oh. His work was not to be tilling. It was when man fell, he said, he now cursed the ground. He couldn't curse man because man was in his image. He couldn't curse his image. He said, curse be the ground for your sake. That's when man began to till and toil. So your work, that's why money is a byproduct when you're fulfilling the vision, when attaining the garden. Time is fast spent. I'll be rounding up. So the first thing is that people that want to be wealthy, people that want to live the good life, those are our tribe. The second thing, the second identity of our tribe are people that want to be fulfilled and accomplished. You see, we're building a tribe of people that don't want handouts. You see, I can be here now, wishing and praying. Let them make my uncle the governor. If only they make my uncle the governor. My uncle will now give me one contract. Oh, and now he's got a contract of 300 million. And now make 200 million. Those are not the tribe. Oh. Our tribe are people that want to accomplish something themselves. They don't want handouts. They want to be saying, I did this by the help of God. I did this. I did this. They want to have fulfillment that comes from accomplishment. They don't want to live and become 80 years old. And when they build their what's it called again? That thing they read. I forgot what they call it again. That thing they read when you're on your graveyard, or when they read your whatever. They can't see anything they say I accomplished. They want to, when they read their biography, yes, they can say, I accomplished this thing. I don't want to sit down and somebody comes and hands me over a private jet for doing nothing. No. Because of this that you're doing, because of this that you're done, because of this that you're done, because of this that you're done, or take this. They want to be contributors. They don't want to be consumers. They want to be producers. That's why even some of us are financially free, we still come back to contribute. That is our tribe. They don't want to be given handouts. Our tribe are not ladies that are sitting down waiting for one Udogu Pahara to come and give them everything the world has to offer. Even though, yes, if they do, I want to also contribute to this man. I want to contribute. I want my life to be of essence. I want my life to be of essence. I want to call my name and say, okay, this is what you did. This is what you did. I want to be a contributor. That is the tribe. That's the identity of the tribe. So I'm looking for something that I don't need to work. I'll make money. That's not our tribe. These are scammers. Give me something that I can work. I'm ready to work and generate my own income. I'm looking for where they will invest 10 naira. It's 10 naira they want to invest. Though. Where they invest 10 naira and they'll be making 1 million naira every day. That is not our tribe. Our tribe wants something they can say, I did this. I did this. I put in the hard work. I worked hard. It's hard talking about he doesn't want to take vacation until he has fulfilled his goals. That is our tribe. We get satisfaction from the work of our hands. That is the tribe. We get satisfaction from our input into the society. That is the tribe that we're building. We get satisfaction from what we have added to our generation. I don't want to leave this world and at the end of the day, they can't say, this is what, nobody will come and say, this is what you added. No, that's not our tribe. What is the third card, the third identity of our tribe? We want to make impact. Now, the difference between the second one and the third one is, the second one is that we don't love handouts. We don't love handouts. Someone say, they go put you sugar for mouth, you go come out. Let the sugar you're putting in my mouth be as a result of something I've done. Don't give me nothing. Don't give me something for nothing. I don't want that kind of something because it always comes with a price at the end of the day. As a young lady, you meet a guy, he says, send me your account number. He transfers 2 million, 3 million naira for you, and you're happy. That's not the tribe of building. You're happy. You didn't do anything. You didn't do anything for him. He's sending you money, and you're happy. And you're looking for other, maybe if you have like 3 or 4 that you'll be billing like that, and you're okay. That's not our tribe. Oh, I appreciate this, but I have a product I'd rather you buy. If you're ready to give me 2 million naira, I have a product that's 1.3 million naira. You can buy it, even if you don't use it, dash it. Contributes to my life. I have something that I sell. I have a business I'm doing. If you want to support, those days in school, somebody you need 5,000 naira, they won't give you. But they will carry you and go to a bar and they will tell you, drink all you want. I don't understand. But I asked you for 5K in the morning. You say you don't have. Now you're taking me to a bar and I can drink up to 20,000. No, I don't need that kind of thing. If you love me, add 5,000 naira to my business. I don't want to sit down and become a consumer and become a liability. I want to be an asset to myself and to my world. That's what the second one is talking about. I want to be able to do something with my hands. Yes, I'm pretty. But I don't want the only asset I have to be my pretty face or my pretty body as a lady. I want to be saying, you're pretty, but you're pretty with brains. She achieved that. She achieved this. She achieved this. She achieved this. Both for the guys as well. It's not only the ladies, the guys too are guilty. You're looking for one rich girl so that you can date and be collecting money. That's not our tribe. I'm not saying if you say a rich lady, don't date. That's what I'm saying. But don't be a liability. Don't be a liability. Our tribe wants to give something for something. I'm not saying somebody wanted to give me an award one certain time. I said, what is it? I said, what have I done for? I said, explain this award. He said, I said, what? He doesn't even know what I did. Somebody just gave him my name. This person likes award. I said, why are you giving me the award? Explain what I've done. He said, but you're helping I said, helping the what? He didn't even know what I was doing. I said, no, I don't take this kind of award. Don't give me an award for what I've not done. If you know what I do, and you say, I want to give you an award for this and I didn't, I can understand. So the third identity is that we are built for impact. We want to make impact in people's lives. The greatest messages I get, I want people to say, oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Due to this vision, my life is blessed. This has happened. This has happened. This has happened. We want to make impact in the lives of people. And we have made a lot of impact in the lives of people, and we're going to start spreading that impact abroad. If you're a leader, if this business has helped you in any way, shape, or form, if this business has helped you, if the mentorship, if the training has helped you, if this business has helped you in any way, shape, or form, I want you to do something. I'm talking to Kingsmen and emerging cell leaders. I want you to take your time, station your ring light, do a video, and thank your leader, thank the vision. And this is how this business has made impact in my life. This business has impacted thousands of people. Go ahead, do a video and say, oh, look at what this business has done. I get a lot of those messages everywhere. Do a video to your leader, send it to your GA leader. This business, this diamond project, this business, this, that, this is what it has done. That is the goal. Let me tell you the truth is, when you do that, we're going to be doing that. But let me tell you why. When you thank somebody for something he has done, he's triggered to do more. Our tribe is such a way that, oh, has it not happened to you? You gave somebody 5K and the person said, thank you. Oh, and begins to appreciate you. You say, no, sorry, it's not 5K. I want to give you 10K. But when you're not thankful or grateful, the person is not triggered to do more. Our tribe, we want to do impact. I've had cases, I want to do something, but the way they thanked me, they didn't even say, no, I doubled it. So this business has impacted you. You need to do a video, send to your leaders. Because that will make them, if somebody gives, oh, this is what you did, appreciate them. Listen to me, it will trigger in them to do more. So the third identity is, we want to make impact. We want to see people smile because of us. That's our identity. We don't want to see people cry because of us. We don't want to see people sad because of us. We don't want to destroy people. We want to uplift people. And mark my words, show me somebody that his joy is in destroying people. His joy is, let me bring you down. Let me destroy you. That's not our tribe. The training is not over. My time is up. My time is up. I'm going to continue the second part of this training. I've not even gone to finding our tribe. But let me tell you something before I close. Finding my tribe. I've talked about the language of the tribe. I've talked about the identity of the tribe. It's meant for me to talk about the culture of the tribe. That's the next step going to happen. And how to now find your tribe. But let me tell you, the time has come when our tribe will rise from the ashes and take over the world. The time has come when we'll go global. That time is now. The time has come where things are no longer done in a corner. Don't be surprised if you see me on BBC tomorrow, CNN tomorrow, talking about this business. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if you see me on Channel TV, see me on Arise Television. Don't be surprised if you see most of the leaders who are going to come out. You know, I discovered that no matter what you have, when you don't bring it out, people don't see it. The voices of this tribe must be heard. There's an abomination under the sun. They said princes are walking on barefoot, while slaves are on horsebacks. Because those princes, their voice has been shut down. We have the solution to the problems of this nation. Because the problem of this nation is not the lack of job opportunities. The problem of this nation is the lack of the entrepreneur's mind and entrepreneurial spirit. There are jobs, but there are not people to fill up the jobs. Because the nation have not prioritized personal development. They've not prioritized emotional intelligence. They've not prioritized acquiring of skills. We have the solution to the challenges of this nation. And we're going to shout it from the rooftops. Time will fail me to conclude this training, but I will continue. But by the time I'm done with this training, we will go to the rooftop and we will shout it from the rooftop. We will go to social media and we'll shout it everywhere. We'll be ready to engage anybody that wants to be engaged. Because the time has come to showcase what we have to the world. The time has come for us to cry out and say, show me what you're doing. You see somebody doing a work and are paying him more than 35,000 naira monthly. He's opening his mouth to be mentoring you that can make 135,000 in a day. You see somebody working in the bank, his salary 2015. They've only increased it by 100,000. This is 2025. He's opening his mouth, castigating your business. We're going to rise as a tribe. Unfortunately, I've not been able to finish this training. So I can't make the battle cry. But we're going to rise as a tribe. You see, if no matter how strong you are, if you're timid, a child will molest you. But it's time to bring out the tribe. We're going to find our tribe and we're going to march on with our tribe. We're just getting started. We just got started. We're just getting started. Nigeria, the nook and cranny of this country, they will hear of this tribe. Africa, East Africa, West Africa, South Africa, they will converse with this tribe. Europe, Asia, even countries that can't speak or hear English. Because this tribe has nothing to do with language. They will reverberate with this tribe. People will call you from China and say, I want to do your business. People will call you from America, Canada, UK. Oh my goodness. Time has failed me to talk about the characteristics of this tribe. We are a warrior tribe. We look the devil eyeball to eyeball because we did not just arrive here. You know, I will end this training for now. Watch out for episode 2. Watch out for episode 2. But I'm going to end by saying this. We did not come out to raise this tribe out of joblessness or lack of work. No. We came on a mission. We're here on a mission. Through our businesses, a lot of Nigerians will be rich. A lot. No, I mean a lot. I mean a lot. Hundreds of thousands of Nigerians will be wealthy through our business. Through our business, the mindset of Nigerians will change for the better. It's like a war cry. Through our business, the real cultures of success will be embedded in the fabric of our society. We're sitting here blaming our leaders, but your next door neighbor is the source of your problem. We're sitting here, that's why I don't point the blame game, because if you point the blame game too much, we're sitting here blaming our leaders. But it's Mother Teresa that said that if everybody swept the front of their house, the city will be clean. We're about to revive the entrepreneurship spirit. Give us jobs, give us jobs. Why are you not creating the jobs? Why are you not the one creating the jobs? There is a birth of a new tribe. There is a birth of a new tribe. And that tribe will silence some of the challenges of this country. A time will come when this tribe will account for. You see, we're talking about Guinness Book of Records. Sometime last week or so, somebody cooked rice, put in Guinness Book of. A time will come when this tribe will account for the largest non-governmental donations to poverty in this country. This tribe. A time will come where the amount of donation, the amount of impact this tribe, we're not looking for government money. No, we're not looking for grants. We don't need grants. No. Grants, government will be doing their own with their grants and their money. The income we generate internally, what we're going to do, a time will come when they say, I don't know the record though. What is the highest number of scholarship given to poor people? When in Africa, when Guinness Book of Record traces it, it will come from this tribe. What's the most number of poor people that have been fed in a locality? When they trace it, it will come to this tribe. We're not here to blame game. No, we're here to raise people that will rise up, take responsibility, and change the narrative of our situation, of our country, legitimately. Gone are the days our voice is not to be heard. I wish I had time to finish the second episode. But every Kingsman, get ready. Every emerging cell leader, get ready. Just get ready. This nation will convulse under the positive impact of this tribe. The positive impact, they will feel it. 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 Because the time they will feel it. The time will come in every family that must be somebody that will say, "Kai, if not for this tribe, Kai." There must be somebody that will say, "They helped my nephew go to school. Oh. They paid for the hospital visitation, the hospital bills." Out of every family, a time will come, somebody will always raise hand and think I'm a beneficiary of this tribe. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. We'll convene for episode 2 before I issue the battle cry. But the time has come for everybody to come, to open your chest and say, "This is what I do." Do you know how many people in this tribe that would have been kidnappers? We take kidnappers from the street, give them a hope of a decent living. The mentorship and the training we give every day, there is no system that does it. Go and check. Every day across board. No. The time has come for our voices to be heard. And if you want to stand on the road, guard your assets. This episode is to be continued. See you in the next episode of Finding My Tribe. But I'll leave you guys with this word. It is not a figment of a man's imagination. We're here to do the will. We're just theaters. Just like you see that kidnapper doing things that you'll be wondering, is this a human being? That is how we are, doing things that beyond our power and our capacity. We're sort of doing negative things, we're doing positive things. Get ready. Our time is now. Welcome to the Diamond Tribe. Have a great day.
Wow. Just wow. Can we celebrate the entrepreneur mentor in the chat room quickly? Can we just celebrate him very briefly? We are people of value. We are the Diamond Tribe. We are people of value, and we are the Diamond Tribe. Welcome, fellow tribe member. God bless you guys, and have an amazing, yes. Okay, yes, let's celebrate him in Spanish, in Espanol. Let's celebrate him in Espanol. Let's say, mucho gracias. Mucho gracias, Tim. Mucho gracias. Thank you very much. I just say gracias, just let's appreciate him. Thank him. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Welcome, Diamond Tribe. Welcome, my fellow Diamond Tribe. Let's go and rewrite the script. We are going global. God bless you guys and have a blessed and fruitful week. Bye.